Okay, so imagine this. You're just doing your weekly grocery run, minding your own business, and all of a sudden, Mr. Beast shows up, buys the entire store, and offers you a shot at a life-changing prize. Well, that's exactly what happened in this absolutely wild social experiment.
So, what was on the line? $250,000. I mean, think about it. That kind of money could change anyone's life, and all you had to do was stay inside a grocery store.
And there it is. With that one simple sentence, a bunch of totally random shoppers were thrown into this unbelievable test of endurance. The rules couldn't be simpler or more brutal. Just be the last one standing.
Now, what started as just this chaotic, kind of fun, free-for-all very quickly turned into a serious, high-stakes gamble. The initial excitement of the prize started to fade, and the harsh reality of what it would actually take to win really set in.
A lot of people just took the free groceries and left right away. And hey, who can blame them? But a handful of people saw the opportunity and decided to dig in for the long haul. The store was about to become their new home. And the level of sacrifice here was just staggering. I mean, people were literally quitting their jobs on the spot, betting everything on their ability to outlast everybody else. The stakes really, truly could not have been higher.
So the field narrowed down pretty fast. This group of 33, they were the core of the competition. They were the ones who were serious enough to spend their first night sleeping on the cold floor of an aisle. And from this group, you just knew alliances and rivalries were about to start forming.
As the days started turning into weeks, just surviving wasn't enough. The contestants actually started building a new society inside the store. And you know what comes with society? Sabotage. Their creativity was just astonishing. They weren't just living in a store, they were completely transforming it. You had these incredible forts like Fort Freezy popping up. They rigged a working shower out of coolers and tubes and even built workout equipment. They were building a new civilization from the ground up.
But of course, with civilization comes conflict. The peace did not last long at all. Little acts of sabotage started piling up, and they escalated fast. From a single popped floaty to a full-on Pop-Tart riot, and then to strategic theft designed to really weaken the other teams.
And this was the first real shot fired. A contestant named Xavier snuck into another team's fort and popped a floaty they were using as a bed. It was such a clear message. The friendly, we're all in this together phase of the competition was officially over. And you know what? This strategy of just causing chaos, it was effective. The rising tension, the constant arguments, and just the feeling that things were getting wild became too much for some. The herd started to thin out as that psychological pressure really started to mount. So this is where the game really shifted from a physical challenge to a mental one. The new goal wasn't just to outlast everybody, it was to outwit them and to break their will to keep going. Then one team figured out the ultimate weapon in a game of endurance: noise. They realized if they could just stop everyone else from sleeping by making a huge racket all night, every night, they could force people to quit from sheer absolute exhaustion. It was brutal. And a game wasn't just about dealing with the other contestants, right? It was this huge internal battle. Parents, especially, were just struggling so much with missing their children, and it's a pain that sleep deprivation and constant stress only made 1,000 times worse. Okay, this was probably the most brilliant piece of sabotage in the whole competition. One alliance stages this fake ceremony to get everyone gathered in one place. That allowed a teammate to sneak off and steal all the other team's hidden cooking burners. And then, the best part, they masterfully framed their rival Xavier for the whole thing. So when things kind of reached a stalemate, Mr. Beast himself had to intervene to crank up the difficulty. His team literally boarded up half the store, taking away sunlight, the shower, the bathrooms, forcing the remaining contestants into this even smaller, more claustrophobic environment. But you know what? Even that wasn't enough to break the final contestants. So, in a final, completely unprecedented move, the entire game was about to get turned on its head. I mean, the remaining contestants were just unbreakable. They had proven they could adapt to anything and were fully prepared to stay for years if that's what it took to win. The determination was just completely off the charts. And this became the central problem, right? When you have contestants this determined, a simple endurance challenge could literally go on forever. Mr. Beast had to find a new way to get a winner.
And this was his answer. The final four were offered this absolutely shocking choice. They could either keep competing against each other for the 250 grand, or they could switch games entirely. They could unite as a team, and if they could eat every single item in the newly restocked store, they would split $1 million.
And in this stunning twist, after weeks of sabotaging each other, fighting with each other, they chose to unite. They just abandoned the old competition and decided to work together for that much larger prize. Enemies became teammates in an instant. So they traded this lonely, individual test of endurance for a collaborative test of mass consumption. It really makes you wonder, if you were in their shoes, faced with that same choice, what would you do?